Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. Always glad to have everybody back to watch the show, and always glad to have Julie Storm on the show, who's been doing the show with me for 14 years.
Oh, it's been a long time, but it's been a lot of fun, hasn't it?
It's been a lot of fun, yes, and about 600-700 shows, so we've definitely had fun doing it. And it's been a pleasure and an honor to keep the local area updated on real estate.
Yes, it's been very informative. I've heard from a lot of people that they've enjoyed the show over all this time. And wow, we've been through a lot of changes over all of this time.
Over 14 years, sure. So we started the show in 2001 and saw the rise of real estate really on the show, and filming the show each week, just talking about it, just going crazy. And then in 2007, we were filming and saw the fall of real estate for 7 years and filmed and talked about that. And as you know, in being on the show, oftentimes we talked about your home was worth more yesterday and it's worth less today and it's going to be worth less tomorrow, and how to get rid of the home. And now we're in a recovery mode. And so people now, you know, when you're buying and selling, you have to react differently to what the market's doing.
So what are we looking at now? We're kind of coming to the close of 2014. What would you say a good recap of kind of what this year has been thus far?
Absolutely. A lot of people, Julie, who've held their homes for 6 or 7 years sold them this year because the market stabilized, and for most of us, we saw an increase in pricing. About 50% of the media out there was saying that this was a temporary upswing. So a lot of people who've held their home through the bad time but wanted to sell, sold this year. So you got a ton of inventory on the market at the beginning of 2014. Lots of homes listed in every neighborhood. You'd go into a neighborhood and see 5 or 10 homes listed. You could have a lot of inventory to pick from. Well, buyers also jumped into the market because they heard home prices are going up, interest rates are going up, and it's the best time ever to buy a home. So buyers jumped into the market too. It made 2014 the best year that we've ever seen in real estate, and that's true for my group, the Stephen Cooley team, but it's also true for the industry as a whole. It's the most sales that we've ever seen in 1 year in the history of our area. And so, but now, today, November of 2014, what you see is those homes got bought and buyers bought, and now you really see a lack of inventory on the market because people who wanted to get their homes sold listed them at the beginning of the year. And so now buyers are having a hard time finding a home. So, you know, you look at the market and you say, well, there's 2,000 homes for sale in the local multiple listing service. However, when I narrow it down to my price range, and I want 4 bedrooms, and I want a double garage, and by the way, I need to be near my job, and we were really concerned about the right elementary school, and I want to be near my parents who help babysit, well, then that buyer has 2 or 3 homes to look at.
Not multiple. So maybe, I know a lot of times people think that the fall and the end of the year is not a good time to put your house on the market, but perhaps with this type of situation, are you saying maybe?
Right, which is where you just went, where I was leading everybody to go. Yes, this is the time to put your home on the market if you want to sell your house. It may not be, it comes spring. But so now is the best time, because truly if you're selling solely for when the best time to sell, you want to sell when there's a lack of inventory in your price range for what type home you have. So there's still some price ranges in some areas that have a lot of inventory. But if your home fits into one of those areas where we have lack of inventory, good old supply and demand, more demand than supply, then we probably can get more for your home now than we could have in this past spring, and possibly next spring when people list again. If you're riding through your neighborhood and you don't see 10 homes for sale, then it's, you know, there's a lack of inventory, then this is a great time to sell your house.
Well, and also a lot of times in the fall, people are indoors more. You can make your home a little more cozy and stuff like that. So you got a good opportunity to make it really look homey and nice. But you got to be careful with the holiday stuff too, not to overdo.
Absolutely. And for our sellers who are putting their home on the market during the holidays, we go through with them on what not to do and what to do. We still want everybody to enjoy the holidays and their traditions, but you also want to make sure that they don't do things that block passageways and overdo the house. So we can definitely, we do staging for our clients. So if you're interested in getting your home on the market, we'd love to come out and sit down and talk with you about what the best time to sell your particular home, because your friends and family, that may not be the best time for theirs, but it may be for yours. So that's so individual to the street, to the neighborhood, to the floor plan. And so we can definitely come out to folks and talk to them about that.
That's great. Well, real quick, looking ahead, what are you seeing?
Well, I see 2015 being a fantastic year in real estate. I still think we're going to have a lack of inventory and a lot of price ranges because homes did not get built for 6 or 7 years. And so builders are now trying to fill that gap. But if you look, it's these regional national builders, and they really only build one type product. And not everybody's looking for that type product. So I think the market's still going to be tight. So if you're a buyer out there and you see the home you want, then you need to get with us and let's tell you how not to miss that house. I listed a home this past Friday. On Saturday, we had 5 full price offers on the home in 24 hours. It was the home and the price point, the neighborhood that lacked inventory. And that could be your home that you're living in now. Julie, thanks for being on today's show.
Thank you.
Always
Sounds like there's a
pleasure.
lot of good opportunities out there.
Absolutely, whether you're a buyer or a seller. So give us a call here at the Stephen Cooley team. We'll be great to help you, and that number is 803-985-1240. We've got beautiful homes for sale in your area. We'll be right back. I hope you've enjoyed watching the Stephen Cooley Real Estate Show. If you're interested in advertising your business on the program, please give us a call at 803-326-2777 or send us an email at ask@makeitlocal.com. Join us next week for more discussions on real estate topics and help in finding your perfect home. Thanks for watching.